So the Eternals might not even make $400 million, which is the amount the movie needs to make to at least not be a financial failure, not be a financial flop, basically. The movie also does not have any of the sales figures. It has to rely solely on feeder numbers for it not to flop. There's a difference between a movie like Black Widow and a movie like Eternals. And the Phantom Menace still doesn't get that. They'll tell you that Black Widow flopped. And even then, they'll also tell you that Shang-Chi flopped, even though there's no way the movie would have lost money in the feeders. But the Eternals is doing abysmally again. The movie is dropped on November 15th. 76% from November 14th, and 60% from last Monday, 58% from last Tuesday, and 62% from last Wednesday. A movie that already did pretty horribly on those days. The movie is underperforming the film Black Widow, though domestically at least. It might pull enough money internationally to make it, but does anyone really care anymore about the Eternals? The movie is flopping, no one's watching it, and the movie's essentially a failure for Disney. Okay. And Marvel. Okay. Let's compare this to F9, which opened lower than the Eternals. And what if I get Ghostbusters is coming out too, and it's doing worse than F9? Significantly. Okay? Significantly, it's doing worse than F9 from Monday to Wednesday. It only did better than F9 on 4 days. F9 is currently 5 million ahead. I think it's 5 to 6 million. 5 million ahead of the Eternals. Okay, let's compare it to the Phantom Menace's least favorite movie of the year, Black Widow. Though a movie that they loved to harp on was a flop. Okay, here's Black Widow. It currently at 140 million. The Eternals is trailing Black Widow by $17 million. It is trailing Black Widow by $17 million. We could even put a movie like Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Okay? It is trailing Shang-Chi by almost double digits numbers. Okay, by almost. Actually, it's almost triple digits. It's over by 29 million. Shang-Chi is beating the Eternals. Okay. Let's add in Venom. As well, which is not gonna beat Shang-Chi's numbers, but Venom had a abysmal leg at the box office, and it is still trailing by the weekly $300,000. Okay. For Ragnarok 2017, this is a pre-pandemic movie released at the same time, and for Ragnarok is being Eternals by a total of 100 million. A total of 100 million. Okay. But it is kind of not fair to include pre-pandemic movies. But the fact that the Eternals is doing this poorly, the Eternals may not even may barely pass $150 million. The movie that's coming out this week is Ghostbusters Afterlife. Some people are saying it might gross 40 million, might gross 60 million. It probably won't beat 70 million because we're still in the pandemic and there are still people who are refusing to go out. There are restrictions in movie theaters around the world and stuff. No Time to Die can compare it to No Time to Die as well. And it's doing even worse than No Time to Die day by day. And No Time to Die might actually catch up to the Eternals, which would be absolutely laughable at most, because No Time to Die isn't as big as Marvel, okay? And it is now trailing No Time to Die at the box office. It is now trailing No Time to Die at the domestic box office. Okay, I don't see it holding that well like last week, because last week the only release was Clifford the Big Red Dog, a movie that no one asked for. Okay, the Eternals, people knew about the Eternals for a while. Yeah. Okay. And this is the top 2021 worldwide releases. Okay. And No Time to Die is actually going to pass F9 at the box office. Probably will. But I think No Time to Die's box office success indicates that the international box office is back. Because Black Widow was underperforming internationally. The movie was. Shang-Chi was as well. But yeah, I think the international box office is starting to come back. And that's why some movies are doing way better than they were. And yeah, that's basically about this video. Goodbye.